How many of you have driven to work, got there, parked your car, looked at your office door, and just sat there trying to find the strength to just walk through that door? Or what about the reverse? You drive yourself home, you lift up your garage, and you sit in your parked car trying to decompress from that work drama. And maybe you're gonna walk into some home drama, or maybe it's not all about that. You are just trying to find the strength to show up for yourself and your family. I have been a CEO for over 15 years, and in my tenure, I have probably worked with 11,000 or more staff members, board members, community members, and others. And there's one thing that I know for sure: people are not well. And as a company, we cannot ignore that. People bring their anxiety, their fear, their stress, even their past trauma into your workplace every single day. And when people show up like that, you'll see it in their communication, collaboration, you'll see it in your culture, but most importantly, you're gonna see it in your productivity. And like I said, I know what I'm talking about because even though I'm a CEO, I cannot tell you how many times that I have literally driven to work, swipe my badge to get into the garage, and parked my car, and I just sat there saying to myself, "Dear God, please give me the strength to deal with whatever is waiting in there for me." Another thing is Zoom call. We all do Zoom calls now from our home. How many of you have gotten out of bed or whatever, however you prepare for a Zoom call, you sat down, you turned on the computer, and then you thought, "Oh, please do not ask me to turn on my camera because I am carrying burdens that I do not want anyone to see." I know this because I live it every single day. Your companies cannot thrive when that's what people are going through. But I believe that when companies see a person as a whole person and they offer support to help that whole person while still expecting excellence, your company can thrive and your company can produce way beyond what you could have imagined. And that is why we created Authentic Ascension Collective and the framework T.U.R.N. And T.U.R.N. stands for Twisted, Unraveled, Refined, and most importantly, Next. Let's talk about the T, Twisted. Everyone in this room has a backstory. That backstory could be shaped by lies, labels, wounds, trauma. It can even be shaped by great things that happen in your life. But every one of us has a story, and a really good leader knows that performance or lack thereof sometimes is impacted by that person's story. And whatever contributed to that, it could have happened today, it could have happened yesterday, it could be something that happened in their childhood. But that's what they bring to the workplace every single day. You unraveled. Now, I have gone through so much in my childhood, which part of that unraveling process was therapy, programs, books, church, you name it. And I used to think all that unraveling was about overcoming my childhood trauma and a part of my healing process. And I'm glad I did it. But now I know something. It wasn't just about healing or my childhood. It helped me to build resilience, leadership capacity, and courage that makes me the leader that I am today. The next is refined. Now, statistically speaking, I'm probably not supposed to be standing here talking to you today as the CEO of a 108-year-old mentoring organization. But I am because I believe mentors help me to unravel all of my mess and help me to understand how I bring it into the workplace. But also, another thing, I was able to turn my pain into purpose. And I realized turning things around is not a single event. Turning things around, you're gonna have to do it over and over and over again. And I know for sure that when people are turning things around, even when your company is turning things around, you could be going through great times or you can be going through difficult times. But when you have the support, the infrastructure, and the resources, that makes it a lot easier for everyone. Because even when things are going great, turning things around is going to require your people to build their capacity. And probably the most important thing I want to share with you today is the N, next. What do we do next? And as I'm saying that, I can see some of you. You're looking at the VPs in the room, the people with the titles, the directors, but you do not need a title to be a leader and contribute to your company turning around. My favorite cultural and leadership thinker, Brene Brown, says that being a leader is someone who takes the responsibility of finding the potential in people and processes, and they have the courage to develop those people and processes. So all of you can be a part of supporting your team, supporting your company, supporting your mission in this way. The first thing I think we can do here is take a mental health audit of your company's space, the very space you're in, of your company's policies, practices, people, and resources. And if you're lucky enough to have mental health resources, ask yourself, do the people here even know how to access them? Or if they know how to access them, do they know how to maximize them? Now, this may surprise you when I say this, considering the name of my company is literally Authentic Ascension Collective, but I think we need to stop giving people that narrative of bringing your authentic self to work without defining what that looks like in a business or right here in this company related to this culture that you all want to build together. If I scan the room and ask each one of you, what does bring your authentic self mean? Every person would probably have a different meaning to what that means. So together, you need a shared understanding of that. And if you do happen to have the resources, make sure people know how to find them in your company. The next thing I want to say to you, and I don't want you to look at other people, I want you to just take some time and reflect. This question is for you, not for her, not for him. This question is for you. How do I show up real, honest, and human while still bringing my best self to work, while still performing with excellence, and while still aligning with my company's mission? If you just start there, I really believe together you can turn things around. So I started this presentation with, people are not well. But the good news is, people can heal, people can change, people can grow, people can turn around. And when you do that, when individuals turn around, teams turn around. When teams turn around, whole departments turn around. When departments turn around, your company turns around. And when companies turn around, communities turn around. So together, let's make a turn for the better. Join me on my journey of twisted, unraveled, refined, next. Let's go.
Authentic Ascension.